Do your goals match who you are? I don't know if I've heard this very often. It's something I share regularly, and I shared it in a blog on my social media today. So feel free to take a look at the last post from this morning at 6 a.m. Here's where that comes from. We often create these goals, and they're the goals we should create. So it's not necessarily what we want to do, but it's because we should. And I'll use the cliche ones, which is getting in shape or losing weight. And we're told, oh, you have to go to the gym. Well, maybe your job is very social, and the last thing you want to do at the end of the day is be in a group of people. So maybe that's not the best way for you to get in shape. Maybe the best way for you to get in shape is a quiet walk somewhere, maybe a walk in the forest, or maybe just even on a treadmill in your home, whatever works for you. I think that this counts as well when you're a leader. Sometimes we create goals for the company or for our department, and we don't look at how those goals match with who's in the department. Good example of this is, say you've had some turnover, and so now you have 3 new people. And those new people are in the middle of learning. Well, in the middle of learning, they're not going to be as productive as they will be, say, in a year from now, once they really understand the intricacies of things. So you have to think about, does this goal now match who we are? So we've got a bunch of new people. Maybe we lessen the goals, or we lessen some of the where just the height of the goals, we'll say. So some of the numbers. So if we expect, 30 calls in a day, or 30, whatever it is that person's doing in HR, it's very different. Maybe getting 30 new people hired, or getting information put into your payroll system, or things like that. Maybe that amount gets dropped a little bit because you know that they're new. And with the goal of, hey, okay, eventually we're going to get back to that level of goal. But for right now, we know everyone's new, and we know that means that they need some time. So those are a couple of examples on the personal side and on the business side. There are tons of different examples of this. I mean, COVID threw our world into craziness. And so maybe some of our goals didn't get met because of that. Maybe we had to make a big left-hand turn in our business, and things then changed. Our goals completely changed, 3 months into the year. Well, for us anyway, our lockdown started in March. So 3 months into the year, all of a sudden, all the goals got thrown in the air. While COVID is an extreme example, there are other smaller examples that you do really have to pay attention to as well. So what are your goals? Do they match who you are? Do they match the culture of your workplace? And do they match the current environment that you're working in? Make sure that those things happen, and review them regularly. I mentioned last week, September is one of my favorite times to review goals. It feels like the start of a new year, even though I don't go to school anymore. There's just this lasting, September's kind of a restart after a more relaxing summer, we'll say. So just try and look at the goals that you have right now, and do they match who you are? You don't have to necessarily change the goal, but maybe it's the way you're getting to the goal. So like I said, maybe if it's going to the gym, maybe that's not your thing. That's okay. Find another way to do that. Maybe it's that you just change your diet instead of changing your amount of exercising. There's tons of different ways to get to where you want to be. And if you think that there's only one way, then you're in stress mode. So step back, get relaxed, and start to see the options, or start to talk to people around you for different options. Have a wonderful week. Leading with Ease is going to be postponed again one more week. We've had a couple of people who are signing up, and they needed some time. So we're going to postpone it one more week. We will start the week of September 26th. So again, Wednesdays at noon or Thursdays at 2. So you do still have time to sign up, and there are a few more places. Hope you have a wonderful week, and we'll see you again next week.